Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or is that good night? Are you just about to sleep? Wake up, because you're watching Brickmeupscottie, and I'm Scottie. Hi, Beams, where I review alternative bricks, and every so often, a brand says, "Yo, Scottie, here's a set." It just shows right up at my door, and just do whatever you want with it. This may or may not be on the store. If it is, it's brickmeupscottie.com. You can buy this. If it's not on the store, just chill a little bit. Hopefully, it'll be out on there soon. So our good friend over at Happy Build, Chin, hope you're well. Thank you so much for getting in touch with me. He's like, "Scottie, can you please review this set? Would you like to check it out?" I'm like, "Sure, go ahead." I thought this was going to be a tiny ass set, man. And I looked and I built it. I'm like, dude, this thing is, first of all, very beautiful. It's a lot bigger than I thought. And is it amazing? Well, let's dive right into this. But I'm more than happy to review the set for you, man.
So what you're looking at is from Happy Build. They're crossing over with another brand called People's Cultural Creative.
The name of the set is actually all in Chinese. I think the Mandarin is Zui Weng Ting, and Cantonese is
Zui Weng Ting,
which kind of loosely translates as a drunken man's pavilion. YC-DZ060. No idea how many pieces.
And as for the name of the set itself, there's no real name for it. So the title that Chris just shouted out is more about the designer's thoughts on the set. And it's about a bunch of guys going out to have a drink, relaxing, throwing in Chinese culture. And this is the set that he created. And he was listening to a song. And it has the whole story here in the book. It's all in Chinese though. But the song was playing in his head basically, and he created this set. Whoever you are, Mr. Designer, this is a freaking beautiful set. This is the set that can threaten Big L, because I've never seen anything quite like it. And it kind of combines a lot of things that we've seen before. And overall, it's stunning, man. Just look at it there. I'm being genuine, man. I can do whatever I want in my reviews. I'm gonna speak the truth. This thing is amazing. Now, I did show you guys the box and instructions before, but just to put it here into this video, let me pull out the box for you. I did the unboxing in the Science Museum video, and all the pieces just fit into this box, so it's a pretty big set. And it does come with all these figures. The figures, gotta be careful, but they look really, really good. I like the printing on them, they're fantastic. And in the back here, is some detail, pictures of the set, the artistic style of it. Okay, so not really a song, it's more of a poem, and Chris is like, "Oh, this is the poem right here," and the author's here, and this is what the set is all about. Now, who cares about these words? Actually, that's inspirational. But we just want to see the set, right? Before we do, let's look at the manual here. Very nice thick book, and it's a beautiful book, man. Good presentation. And just so you know, it does use Gobricks, okay? So clutch, all that kind of stuff is super good. And Chris was reading this earlier, which is what I mentioned to you guys before, like over here, the story, and some of the features of the set itself. And just to show you the instructions, which is really clear. I got the hang of it. I'm like, yo, easy to read, okay? No problemo. Take your time. It's a very enjoyable build. Now let's just take a look at this bad boy. First of all, this set is really, really sturdy. It won't fall apart on you. And it was super fun to do the base. The base is really easy to put together. And there are a couple features in the set, which is, they didn't really need it, but it's a nice touch that they added it in there. But look at that, Joe. That's crazy. Where do I start on this thing? Okay, we'll just start. This angle is probably the best looking angle. Like, so beautiful. I'm trying to figure out where I should start, Chris. We'll just go like that. Let's just start. Oh, this looks like the front. So just by looking at it, the idea is that it's in a very peaceful area. You've got guys just hanging out. There's a guy down there that's fishing. You've got people playing chess or checkers on the lawn. You got some guys playing some games. I'm gonna look at them a little bit more closer. You got a waterfall, you got a temple, you got these big, massive flowers. So it kind of looks like a flower set at the same time. I love the flowers, by the way. And it does have an interior. It's very, very hard to get into the interior. If I had to complain about one thing, you can't really get inside the set. I wish you could. I wish you can lift up the top like a modular to come off. But anyway, still a very good attempt. This is a really, really good set. Super sturdy, really well built. I love the color, and I absolutely love this waterfall that's coming down. I thought that looks absolutely amazing. And as you saw me picking this up earlier, it's super solid. It's not going to go anywhere. So you build all that down here first. It is kind of hollow on the inside, but you do construct two mechanisms. One is where the guy is fishing, a fish will pop up, which I thought was really good. And the second one is hidden in the back. And that feature didn't need to be included, but it all works, except sometimes if it does get stuck in janky, you can't get in there and fix it. You can kind of, but you're gonna have to pry off a lot of the top of the set, and it can get a little bit messy, but we'll try to do it for you later. But just to show you here, if I spin this here to the side, look, you even have a bridge. That is so cool, man. That was really interesting how they put that together. You got some steps on the other side that goes up to the second floor, but let's just do a quick rotation here to show you. So now you're seeing the hidden side, which is freaking really creative. There's a lot of things going on in there, and I'll come back to the details on the inside, but as you can see, it's very dark. The set does come with 2 brick lights, and they're stuck way inside there. You gotta get your hands in there and turn them on. I'll try to turn them on later for you. And then we'll come over to this side here, and there is the crank, which works totally fine. Here you go. It goes both ways. But as I mentioned, it could get stuck, so you do have to be a little bit careful. And it's just an extra playable feature. They did not have to include that. There's nothing else here. It's just the side of a mountain. I'm not sure why they have these pieces here or what these are for. Maybe they were intended for something else. And over here, there's a figure kind of hanging out here. He does swivel. I love the design of what he's holding. It's like dynamite bombs, but it makes it look like wood. So it looks like he's bringing wood to the village, or he's cutting the tree down. Who knows, but that's a really nice touch. And then we come back over here, and you got these beautiful flowers and the garden area. Look at these flowers, they're so pretty. I love the look of that. I probably used the wrong colors. I think if anything, the manual's like a little bit hard to see the white and the yellow. My lighting in my house sucks, so you know, I probably mixed and matched those, and the flower petals on the bottom as well, which is fine. It still looks very pretty. You got more of the water there, and it goes all the way up to the back. And right there, you can see 2 bunny rabbits and the guy fishing. The rabbits are chilling. They're waiting for, I don't know, fish. They don't need fish. They need some carrot, man. The construction of the waterfall, the tiling, everything that's going on the set, totally fine. The bridge is a little bit tricky. It does bend and flex a little bit, and I thought it wasn't gonna fit, but it fit totally fine. Oh, cool, man. Now the cool thing about the fisherman there is that he's really fishing. Like if I turn this crank here, right? There you go, that's the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Look, you see a little fish? The fish is jumping out of the water. Whee! Goldfish. You can keep cranking it and go, whee! And his fishing rod is supposed to kind of move, but it doesn't, that part doesn't really kind of work unless I try to stretch just a little bit. Or maybe it's because something is happening on the inside. Doesn't see. There you go. Now he's kind of moving. Oh, he's trying to catch the fish. Look at him. Oh, you got to admit, man, that's really creative. Then you start going up the steps, and there's a little lantern there in the corner. So it's very pretty, man. And then we come up to this grassy area. The playground area for the guys. I thought those 2 guys were carrying candles. Then Chris is like, no, man, they're playing a game. You throw the pole into that thing. I don't know what that thing is, man. I ain't never seen that game before. It is too ancient for me to know. They have a lot of figures on the set. I was like pretty surprised how many they had. And then you got 2 guys down there. Those 2 guys are playing Chinese checkers, hanging out, and you can take them all out. Actually, we take all the figures out. It looks really, really good. But I'm trying to follow the book to just leave the figures in here. And you have a little tree that's pretty easy to put together. Thank goodness. Easy branches, easy trees, no issues. This one might pop off on you because it's just on one stud at the bottom, and you can articulate and kind of redecorate how you want the branches to come out. And then we come over here, and you got this guy. He's drinking some tea, hanging out in the pagoda temple thing. So the pagoda temple thing was easy to construct, totally secure. The rooftop doesn't fall off, unlike some other sets. It's super solid build. The good part is this one can actually come out. Like you can take the whole thing out. Let's see if I can pop this out for you guys. I'll try to do it nicely. There we go. Modular temple. Once you move it out of the way, there's nothing there. It's just like blank. Just to show you guys really quickly right there. And the guy's on the swivel thing, so he will move around. Very super solid build, except it took off one piece from the bottom of the plate. And oh, it's pretty awesome, man. I like that. And I like how they use the hinge pieces as decoration, the blue. Yo, on the top of the temple, on the rooftop, they used banana pieces, man. They painted them black. I thought that was a great idea. Why not? Bananas come in handy as an awning. So when you come over here, there's the waterfall going straight down, and you can see the Chinese words there. The set has a very few amount of stickers. The checkered piece, that, and I think on the inside. Other than that, there are not many stickers to apply on the set, and if I were you, I wouldn't even put that sticker on there. It doesn't need to be there. But that waterfall is amazing, and I like the construction of the mountain. Super, super solid. And you'll probably come to the best part. You might not even want this part. A lot of you might not even like this area. You got these beautiful flowers. You got these 2 branches that are locked in there really, really well. And you got 3 different types of flowers. They're all using seashells as the covers. The most tedious part is probably the little pollen parts on the inside. The little joystick parts were okay, but the little yellow pieces in there, they might pop off on you. And I don't even know if I got the direction right. That was a little bit tricky on the manual. So I kind of just freestyled it myself. But I love these flowers. If it's too much flower for you, you can always just remove those. They come off really easy. And you just don't have to use the flowers on here at all. It's just all Technic pieces, right? Like that. Or if you want to take this off. Because some of you might not be into flowers and be like, I just want the set. Some of you might just want the flowers and not even have the set. So just to give you an idea here, what it looks like with no flowers, it still looks pretty amazing to me, man. But I think the flower adds a lot more. The scaling of the flowers are a little bit big, but that's just to give you an idea. It looks really, really cool like that. Oh, look, there's a little kitty cat hanging out in the corner. I didn't even see that cat. And there are birds here and there. They're like placed all over the place. The placement of these parts here, the mountain part, might be a little bit tricky. Not difficult. You'll get through it. If I can do it, you can do it too. Trust me, it's easy, guys. So let me put the flowers back on. I think it went this way. There, shove them in there. There we go. See how easy that was? So beautiful. Beautiful, it's true. Okay, let's check out this hidden inside. Look at all the detail inside. It's just unfortunate that you really can't get your hands inside there. You got a stove there that looks like it's on fire with some goldfish. You got a rack there with some pots and knives. And you got some pots there in the foreground with a big ass turkey hanging there. And then you got the figure inside. The figure rotates on that piece. So that piece works okay, but I'm sure it'll fall off on you, and that's when it's gonna be sucked, like getting your hands in there to fix it. So I would just leave him. Don't even move him. But it's nice to have that feature in there. And if you keep cranking him, he's gonna go all the way into this back room where there's like a bunch of barrels back there and some spiders and a wall of alcohol there with Thor's hammer there and a sack hanging there. Lots of little detail. That is awesome, man. Let me see if I can just turn on the brick lights first on the inside. It's so hard to get to the lights, man. So I'm gonna turn the crank and let's see which way this guy's going. He's serving alcohol, look at him. Look at him go, he's like, see the crazy thing is he gets to the end, he'll go all, there he is, the way there. And he's like, let me cook something for you guys. And he's gonna turn around and be like, oh no, I'm gonna fall over. Oh damn, it's okay. He's drunk, man. And he's gonna go back to the other side. Did he make it? Look, he did make it though. Oh, he fell down. I've fallen, Scottie. I've fallen. Help me get up. Okay, so that means I have to get in there and kind of fix him up, reposition him. When you have everything off, it's totally fine. We're gonna try and fix him right now. This might take a little bit of time. I'm gonna speed up through this thing. So I'm gonna take the temple off first. And I'm going to remove this whole section. The good part is when you finish the base area, most of the pieces can actually come off. So if I'm gonna take the fishing guy and move him out of the way, hang him here, take off his hat. I'm gonna try to do this as gentle as I can, because you're going to take off part of this mountain, okay? So it's kind of crazy right there. And it will be easy to put back on. So this is what I'm talking about. I kind of wish this came off a little bit easier. Something fell off there, or the sack. But pull this off here. It's not too bad. A little bit of water fountain stayed there. So here you go. There's the guy that fell over. So it's just big panels. If I go like this, and remove the, oh, there goes the bridge. I had to remove the bridge. I'll remove the bunnies here. Take that out. There's the mechanism. It's like a sushi rotating bar thing. So you can see that he kind of fell over. So I had to fix this up. Let me crank this way. Let me combine it together like that. And it's really tight. It's like flushed right against everything. So if I put this panel back here, and then I go like this, turn the crank, you can see how it kind of works, how it rotates.
The fish and the...
It's kind of connected. Yeah, it's all connected as one, the fish and the guy. But you can see he totally rotated just fine. So it does work, but just when you get everything back on, it might get caught. So we're gonna put the rabbits back here, this way. The bridge goes here. Actually, I can show this part here. You do have to be careful when you put it back on because the fountain will hit. But just to show you the gaps there, and there's the brick lights. Thankfully, not a lot of studs here. There was a lot of studs on that plate. This would suck. Line this up here, make sure you don't hit the water fountain. So it sits here. See, that's not too bad. You just gotta push this stud back in here. It's the water fountain. Gotta make sure the water fountain's there. Make sure the clutch is back in there. Everything's pushed in properly. So you can totally rip this thing off, and yeah, it's all secure. I'll put the fishermen back in, put all the guys back on the set, and we're gonna measure this guy up. It is now time for dimensions. Break out your 32 by 30 plate. I'm sure it'll fit on here, but the fountain sticking out. Let's see. Whoo-wee, look at that, almost. From the fountain to this side is about 27 studs, and then by about 18 from here to here. Of course, it all extend out if you're going to include the branch like 2 base plate. Take that off if you want to just keep it on 1 plate. But it's a very high set. How high is it? Break out your 1x4 bricks and let's see. The flower would be the highest point. Ooh, it's pretty high, man, for the flower. That is around 34 bricks in height. You can always take the temple off, take the flower off, and you can drop it by quite a bit. Put the temple on the side or put it separately if you want it to be a little bit lower. But this is an amazing set, man. This could be like a tourist attraction area for your brick city. Oh, so you're interested in the figures, right? Okay, let's take a look at each guy. We'll start with the old man here by the bridge. He's not that old when you take off his beard piece, but interesting design. He looks like he has slippers on. And check out the back, the material. It kind of like creases and folds. I think that's pretty new. That's pretty amazing. And he has long sleeves too. We have seen that before. It's cool. You got a variation of different guys on the set. So you got him walking across the bridge. You got the fishing guy here. So for him, there's 4 other guys, same expression, same outfit that are scattered on the set. So he's one of the same looking ones. But he is sitting down there on the swivel piece with his fishing rod, nice and happy. And pretty minimal on the printing on their bodies, but they look fine to me. The guy here on the corner that's carrying the dynamite or the pieces of wood, same deal, same expression, same face, super happy. And I'm just glad that they included these guys in the set too. The color kind of matches the base of this set. So there he is, nice and happy. Where's the other guy that's similar? Ah, he's up here along the staircase, hanging under the tree with a sack in his hand. That's cool, man. So those guys are similar. The one on the inside, which you can probably see right now, is also the same. However, his torso or his legs is short, like a child. I think that was the only way they can fit him in there to be able to rotate. Now up on the lawn area, you got these 2 guys that are playing the game, the throwing game. Same deal on the back with the creases. They both are exactly the same face. But these guys have like crazy looking hats on, which is a very unique piece. I thought that was really good. And I'm not familiar with this game. I'm not even sure what this piece is. It's like a pumpkin piece with a candle. I really thought it was a candle or like a pen calligraphy thing. But anyway, that's a game that they're playing there. You got the 2 guys that are playing chess. I like the blue outfits. They do have printing on them. They look great. They have the different type of hat on them. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before in a figure. It's a nice breakup, right? Since they're wearing blue and the other guys are kind of wearing white, and then they have that brown and you got the blue. So it's a nice variation of color. So every character, 2 or 3 guys are like totally different outfits. And finally in the temple over here, you got this guy. Oh, his face is different. He's got the mustache. and he's having some alcohol. He's drunk, man. He's like, yeah, I'm in my robe, hanging out, looking over this vista. What a beautiful view. So very cool. I'm impressed with the figures. Just be careful, People's Cultural Creative brand. You might get in trouble for those figures. It is time to drop this beautiful set. Video is complete. I know this is gonna hurt, but I sure hope you survive, because here we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh! You know what's great? Only the tree came off. And the dynamite. And the old man. Maybe a little bit of the flower. I wonder if this thing can still crank. Still works, guys. Boy inside is still spinning too. I can't believe that, man. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. This just goes on like this. And it's just more or less done. Thank you. So you guys go from People's Cultural Creative or People's Creative Culture. I forgot which way it is already. PCC, man. There you go. That's easier. Anyway, beautiful, stunning set. 0 issues building it. I genuinely had so much fun. I was telling Ida when I was building this thing, we gotta get this on the store, man. Or we gotta support this. This is like so good. And I hope you guys like this too. Support them if you can. Get it wherever you can. Brickmeupscottie.com. Bunch of new sets are up as well and available. And yeah, it's time for me to get on to some other big stuff. Come on, Chris, we gotta move. Until next time, you guys, break me out. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.